What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and we're going to be going further in depth inside the Zero Chill promo. I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and hit that like button as you come in. Thank you so much. A lot of you guys want to know, what's the actual plan? What's the plan with the Zero Chill? How many waves will there be? What's going on with it? Should I still take a chance at a bundle? What should I do? How do I prepare myself properly for what's going on? That's very, very easy, guys. You're going to just do nothing. You're going to look at these packs. You're going to say, you know what? I don't really want to do nothing right now. I don't like the cards that are available. I don't want to do anything. As far as the uniforms and everything that goes into it, it's not really, like I said, I really like the uniforms that I have with the most feared, so I in no way want to change anything with it. If you guys are into getting the uniforms for the seasons and you like it, that's fine. Like, I'm never going to tell you guys to not go after what you want. I'm just giving you guys insight into what I do when I look at certain things. I want to make sure that I'm putting myself in the best position possible to be able to get the things that I want when they're released. That's the whole objective for Madden Ultimate Team. To do everything you possibly can to have the best possible team, so when everything is done, you are in the driver's seat. That's ultimately what all this is about. There is nothing else involved with it. So in doing that, you sometimes have to be patient. Now, being a Madden Ultimate Team player is one of the hardest things to do, is to be patient. It's one of the hardest things to do. You just don't know what you should buy, when you should buy, taking chances. You don't really understand it. And then you look around and you're like, why did I do that? Why did I buy that card? Why did I do this? And then it becomes a little bit more hazardous. Okay, now, when we look at the cards right now, and some of you guys are asking, yo, Gmia, that Leonard Fournette looks sick. Yo, this guy right here looks sick. Okay, all right, guys. This is what it is, right? When you come over here to make this set right here, you're going to need any zero chill player, right? You see like how it's any gold, any gold, any gold? For these, and then, right here, you got the 10, what is it, how many, no, it's 8 any gold, and then you have the actual overalls, and then you start to look at the values, right? Okay, this is the situation. When you start evaluating the price ranges for this, you start to realize the 291s, the 85 to 87s, you start to do the math, the 81 to 83s, you start to realize that, there are different ways that this promo is possibly going to work. The one thing that I'm going to tell you is, regardless of how many coins you have, you're probably going to, at least at one point, have to, complete a set to get what you want using snow inside the store. That's a high possibility. I just want to make sure that you guys are clear with that on the use of the snow and everything like that. You can, quick sell any of these players for a certain amount of snow. So you may end up having to do that just to play EA's game. Also, remember, you see like these are offensive bosses, right? These sets right here. You have to complete one of them in order to be able to complete this list that they have over here with the objectives and the MUT level. So EA Sports is pretty much forcing you to be able to do this. All right, you got to complete a boss set. Now, this is something that's very, very interesting because you also have to win 5 squad games. All right, so regardless of how you do it, if you wanted to complete it, you're going to have to do those things. So that means that at some point, if you're like really, really crazy about it, you're going to have to end up doing that. Now, would I recommend completing that list? There are lists that, have gone by that I haven't completed and I don't really care about. Everything that, you're going to want from this promo is going to depend on what your team is overall wise and what you're looking to build to. Now, these guys, I actually pulled one. These guys were very, very cheap, the 81 to 83s. Okay, like about 8,000. So look. That's about 16K right there. We're not even going to the golds. The golds are pretty, like, any gold players, they're really, really cheap, right? The 81 to 83s, you see that they're like 8 grand a pop. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's just say 9. So that's 54K, 9 times 6, right? All right, now, once you go over, you get all this stuff done, right? You go to the 85 to 89s. Okay, no, 85 to 87. So you got how many of those? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you need 4 of these, the 85 to 87. So let's see what they're doing. Let's see what their price ranges is like. All right, 28. Okay. Now looking at that, you got like, so you're going to say the 30. So 30 times 4, that's 120. So that's 120, 54. Yeah, 170 something. And then you got these idiots at 89 to 91. Now, what is a good way to do this? Because like, remember, that's like, you're almost at 300K right there. So you would have to complete this and then sell it. You see what I'm saying? If you wanted to make sure you completed it, but you don't really want the card. Now, are you guys really that much of sticklers of getting everything done in the in every promo. For the most part, I like to complete everything, but it's not really life or death for me. What I would suggest that you guys do now is, if you were going to do that part for a boss player and you're not going to keep them, you go to the auction house, see the one that's going for the most, complete that set, get rid of them. It's pretty much that, but it's going to cost you about 300K. Well, that's without the goals, though. And I didn't really count the goals because I saw them going for like 2K, 25. Like, they're not really high priority, so you should be able to get away with not doing too much with that. It's not going to cost you that much. So you see what I'm saying? Like, you see these prices? It's like, you're going to be, like, if you're not affording those prices, like, what are you out here doing at this point? You should be able to afford that. So look, you can see right here, whatever you complete it for, you could probably sell it for that same amount. Now, he's been sitting here for a while. Nobody really wants this Ryan Kerrigan, so it's like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what are we doing here? You can go through and see if there's up, like you see, like Andrew Luck is a little bit more high priced. You can go over here and then type in look at the quarterback and see. So look, say you were able to do this. You see that, people are buying him for like, 3, whatever it is. You probably could complete it and just sell him back. You're going to have to give 10% to EA, though. You know how that works. So if you sell him for 400K, you're only going to get, the 360. And you can see how that works. So that way you can have that completed. But I would suggest that if you were going to do that, that you make sure that you sell the card right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal to me to go ahead and do that. But usually at this time, that's when you get the most of it, when it's actually just actively happening. But I like what EA did. They made it so you only had to do 2 things on that list in order to get your team captain token. So what I might do is wait for their next objectives in progress. You see what I'm saying? Get that one done. And then we go from there, because this list right here, I don't really, I don't really care about the list that they have going on right there. And it doesn't really dictate that if you complete the entire list, what you're actually getting. So I don't like the way that they did that. But ultimately, with the way that the promo was working out, you got to just be very, very smart on how to proceed with everything that you're doing. Because like I said, the 2 masters to me they're not anything that's exciting for me. Like they don't do anything for my team, so I don't want them. These guys right here, a lot of you guys have power-ups. I recently sold Leonard Fournette. I raid sold him like maybe a couple weeks ago, and then they go ahead and give him a power-up. So it doesn't really matter. Some of these guys, Damon Harrison, he has 61 speed. He's a run stuffer. Like, do I want that? No. Alan Page is my dude. So I don't really care about that. Left outside linebacker. Are you serious? Like, you think I'm going to go from, Von Miller to this guy? Landon Collins? Nah. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, but if you're a Giants fan, you probably want that card. So, in all honesty, it's going to cost you about 300K regardless because of their overall. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be about 300K. All right? You can complete the cards that you want. Okay? Try to do it as cheap as you can. Like, lurk it, whatever you got to do. Just, as cheap as you possibly can. And then from that point on, you decide where you're going with the promo. Because remember this, though. Remember this, right? You get about 400 snow from the solos. That 400 snow can translate into one of these cards inside the store. So you can actually get 2 of the 80, like right now, what do I need? Like another, that's 560, so I need another 45, right? To be able to get 2 of these 85 to 87 overall players. You see what I'm saying? So you have ways of doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just have to wait around and just, do whatever. You can still put these toward getting stuff done. So you have ways of turning in that snow currency and utilizing it to the best of your ability. But I'm just letting you know, you can use it to make coins, but you might need that same snow later. This is a whole month, guys, where snow currency is going to be very, very ideal. Be very, very careful on your usage, how you utilize it, and what cards you're using them on. Because if you start playing around and then they drop a Randy Moss, they drop, Bo Jackson, and you need to get certain cards, you don't want to have to spend if you don't have to. That's how you accumulate all your MUT coins and you become MUT millionaires. You don't spend unless you have to. It's point blank, period. So that's what we're trying to do, and that's what I'm trying to give you guys some insight into. So you can use the snow that you get to do whatever you want right now and, live it up right now. But what if the players are better for the snow value? You see what I'm saying? Like, what if they release a whole new wave of players and you're able to do, it's a lot of different things that you probably want to wait it out and see. And some of you guys are very, very frustrated at the beginning of the beginning of the promo. Yo, bro, look at these cards, Gmi. Yo, what is this garbage? Trust me, I hear your voices. I understand what you're saying, and I listen to it, and I try to make sure that you guys understand. I thoroughly understand your rage, but this is the earliest that they've ever released the Christmas promo, and there's a reason for it. It has a lot to be laid out. So you can use the snow currency now. Okay, if you've done the 33 solos and you've done everything that you needed to do, you could go ahead and use, do whatever you want. Go ahead. Good luck with that. Finish up whatever you want to do. Or you could hear me out, wait for them to release the second wave, see what other solos come, see what else is going on, and use your snow to actually get cards that you want to keep. Okay? Right now, you could go ahead and, gamble with the market, play around, see what people are buying, but you see how long we were sitting on that Andrew Luck and nobody's biting because these cards are not really impressive. So you have to be very, very careful and understanding to the fact that as they continue to release content, the overalls are going to go up and the value of everything is going to go up. Because even with the snow currency, these players are going to still hold value because all of the Zero Chill players, they quick sell for the snow. So you got to just play your cards right, understand what the deal is, and then you'll go from there. But ultimately, we're going to win out. We just have to be patient during the first wave. All right? So I want to thank everybody for watching. Get your solos done. Keep your snow if you want to do it, that way right now. You can trade it inside the store, gamble with it, sell the cards, whatever, however you want to go about it. But trust me when I tell you, the promo will only get better. Until next time, one love.